myself, my name is Chris Sparrow. I'm the program manager for Greenville CAN. Welcome to our Lunch and Learn today. We are having Carolina Dance Collaborative present to us. They are a fantastic organization that provides a number of different rec opportunities and growth and artistic and physical and learning, all types of great stuff piled into one. So we're very excited to have them here, and they're one of our grant recipients. So we always love to, show off our grant recipients. As far as news, I just want to let everyone know that if anyone is interested in getting a grant, our grant deadline is September 15th. So if you haven't gotten it in, very, very soon we need to get that in. We also remind everyone that CAN Talks 2022, so our signature event, is going to be happening October 18th at Center Stage. That'll be from 7 to 9. If anybody doesn't know what CAN Talks is, it's an event, but for people with disabilities. We want to give people with disabilities the opportunity to go, speak and let their voices be heard. So please come out to that. The link is on the Barberstone website. And I think I'll just go ahead and turn it over. This is Allison Dixon and Stephanie Curitin, and they will introduce themselves, and thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So I am Stephanie Curitin, and we are Carolina Dance Collaborative. We are a mobile dance outreach community organization. Pretty much what that means is we're bringing dance to anyone. I am Greenville site leader, and pretty much what that means is I'm just over certain legs of the organization, one being our adaptive programming, but I'm also over YMCA. We have classes in the YMCAs, and then our summer camps. I recently, well, not recently, within a year, transitioned into this role. I was just a teacher for them, just teaching in the YMCAs, and then a couple of years ago, Allison was like, how do you feel about teaching in a more adaptive setting? And I was like, yeah, let's try it out. And then I totally fell in love. So, my focus is on all of my programming, but my heart is at my adaptive programming.
Like Chris said, I'm Allison Dixon, and I am one of the co-founders of the Carolina Dance Collaborative. And my current title is Director of Education. So I oversee the content of everything that goes on inside of our classrooms, and then also help manage staff as well. It's a big team effort. And then I specifically work in our after-school enrichment, where we try to serve all individuals in the after-school setting, but we also specifically target underserved schools. And then, so this is like our third time, I think, doing a lunch and learn presentation. So we've been around for a little bit, which we'll get into that. But some of y'all might have known Kelsey Crum or recognize the name or her face. And she is our executive director. She is a remote individual, so she lives in Auburn, Alabama, and just works remotely / comes to visit sometimes. But if that name rings a bell, she is still around and fully involved. Oh, I don't know how to move to the next one. Also, our presentations, we aim to be fun and engaging. So we'll see if we can meet that standard.
Who we are, I'm just going to give you a little information. We started as a for-profit in 2015, and then within 2018 became a nonprofit. And then this last year, we've also expanded into the Triangle of North Carolina. So we have some programming up there as well. Our mission is to make dance education accessible to all people, regardless of location, ability, or resources. And our vision is to see all people interact, understand, and embody the life-changing power of dance. And so we are very passionate about sending teachers to all types of spaces. You'll hear about all the partners we work with, one being Barberstone and another being Greenville. And so we send our teachers out and provide their little speakers and their props and send them out to teach dance and bring their passion to their students.
Okay, so why dance? My favorite thing to talk about. I do have to refer back to this just to make sure I'm on track. But dance unto itself is therapeutic. We do not consider ourselves therapists at all. We do not have that kind of training, but dance unto itself provides
physical benefits, social emotional benefits, mental benefits. It's just overall good for your mind, body, and soul. And that is one of the things that we are very passionate about. That is just really a great activity to be involved in. Specifically, when we go into the schools, I like to tell all teachers that it's the perfect combination of art, physical activity like your gym class, but then also self-expression as well. So they get to learn about just like themselves as a whole. One of our biggest triumphs in most of our projects is that it elevates self-esteem. A lot of participants, does not matter what their age or ability are, that come into our programs, go from maybe like not really understanding what they're about to experience. And we always create a final product at the end for them to be confident, comfortable, and like very excited to present to whomever. And that just overall process really boosts their self-esteem and their overall confidence and their ability to do just about anything with their body. And then my last bullet point, I had like a whole paragraph up there, and Stephanie was like, it's about the pictures. It's about the pictures. It's not about the words, Allison. But our big belief is that dance is something that is innate in us and something that our bodies just want to do when music comes on. And that's not necessarily something that's celebrated in our culture particularly. And especially for an individual with a disability, it's really not even understood or sometimes even accepted. And that is one, we just don't believe that. We just want dance to be for everybody in order to enrich their lives and our whole community. Is this me too? Sorry, yes. Promise we practice this, people. But our values are equity. So a big part of our mission and vision is to make sure that everyone has equal access to dance. And that looks very different for all people. So we make sure we can bring dance directly to whomever that is. We make sure that the cost is equitable, and that whatever content we are offering can be adapted so it's accessible to all individuals. We want to empower people as independent, creative learners that can experience art and then go out and advocate for just the arts in general, because we think they're very valuable to us as individuals and the community. And then collaboration, it's part of our name. We do not try to do anything just as the Carolina Dance Collaborative. I mean, we don't have a facility, so we kind of can't. We have to partner with other organizations in order to make our mission happen, but also collaboration is a big part of what we do inside of our classroom as well. You're not just standing there dancing unto yourself. It's about the group, the people that's around you, and how we can invest in each other.
Okay, so you are going to move. We're going to move together. And this is our fourth day, so we always have to bring it into our presentations. I know that you're eating, so however you would like to participate is welcome. We're just going to take you through like a sample class. So typically in like one of our, a sample adaptive class. And so we start the class in a circle time. So we have spots out and we will be in a circle time. One, to connect to each other before we start class. Another is so that everyone can see what everyone else is doing and feel more comfortable and get used to each other, and also so everyone can see the teacher. And within that circle or warm-up time, we'll do some not rigorous, but we'll do some moving of the body, getting the blood pumping. We'll do some stretching. And one of my favorites is we do some body mapping. And pretty much what it is helping our dancers become focused, become aware of the body parts we're asking them to move throughout the rest of class. And then just to experience some sensations. And so we are going to do that all together within the body mapping. So you are welcome to stand up, or you can stay seated, or you can stay eating, totally fine. But we're gonna actually start with our fingers, and we're gonna start with wiggling our fingers. And this is just the sensation of wiggling. And within that, we're going to find our head and just do little gentle taps all over our head. So try to explore. Yes, I would, please. I forgot about
This is how our classes also normally go. I like interrupt her.
Yeah, she does, and that's really fine because I get in a group. Then you're gonna start with some gentle rubbing. Yes, good. Then I would ask the dancers to start moving the head. So we're gonna start from side to side, just moving the head side to side. Good. Then we're going to look up and down, however it's so if you want to go fast, if you want to go slow, whatever, however you feel. Then we usually do like a really big circle all around. I hope this feels good today for you. And then we'll return back to the fingers and explore another body part. So today, since we're all kind of seated, we're gonna do our arms. So starting with that tapping. Sometimes for several dancers, this is very calming. This helps them focus. This helps them redirect back. Then we'll start again with the rubbing. And then we'll find a way to move the arms so we can go up and around. Or you can go up side to side if you can't go around because there's a chair. Excellent. Good. And so we would do other stretching. We would explore other body parts. If we're working on bending, balancing, we would find those knees, feet, and then explore those elements. And then we would move on to other sections of class. And so that might be a technique, or my favorite would be an independent creative expression, or you can also say choreography a little bit, or just improvisation. So we really like to engage and collaborate with our dancers. First of all, giving them a voice of how they want to move, how they're feeling that day, how they're feeling that year, whatever. So I'm going to take us through a guided creative expression exercise. So just going back to the body parts, I'm such a teacher, I have to make connections. Going back to the body parts, you're gonna think about a body part. I'm gonna think about my elbow. And this is something we would actually do with our dancers, and we usually start within like the first 2 classes of doing this. And I'm gonna think of, we usually start with our name, but I'm gonna think of CDC. And I'm gonna draw with my elbow CDC in this space, okay? And that can be like, I can go C, a big C here all the way down, or I can go smaller, D, or I could even maybe jump. Of course I jump. I can jump. Maybe I should jump. And then I would do C again. And so they would be creating their own movement with that a dance. They would have the C, the big C, the little D, and then even bigger C to come around. And that gives them some independence. It gives them confidence. It also has their mind working in a creative way, which a lot of them excel within that and love it, that part of the class. So we're all going to do that now. And we're going to create a little dance. We're not going to practice or anything. It's just going to be, you're going to think of a letter. It can be your name. You can have your initials. You can think of whatever you want to, whatever inspires you. And think of a body part, and we're going to move that body part. I'm going to stay with my CDC, and we're going to do it twice. So we're going to repeat it twice. So music.
With music.
Yes, with
always.
music. I know, with music. Every time.
Should we choose different music?
Yes, yes. Love it.
Oops. It's going to be
Good
random
luck.
selection here, people.
Good luck.
Good luck, she says. I could choose good music.
This is a great time to think what body part and your letter that you're going to letters. Oh, love it. Okay, I'm going to count us in using 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. You go first. Good. Doing your letters, whatever tempo, and you can finish. Good. And then second time again. Good. Awesome. And then that would be the start of our dance. And then we could like connect it. I could do mine, then Allison, we connected to Allison's, and we go to Margot's, and we would go and make a full-length dance. And they love it. And they also love, we have a performance at the end of our sessions, and they love to show their parents what they have been exploring in movement. So thank you for participating and moving with us today.
Yeah, right? Yeah, we always try and incorporate a little bit in it just to make you all a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
it's really good for all of us.
But no, thanks for tutoring us. Okay, back to what exactly it is we do. So we've talked about our mission and our vision and what we believe, and this is how essentially it manifests. So our adaptive branch is absolutely one of our most exciting branches, I would say. But that's only one entity of our organization. I'm not going to read them all off and explain each one because that's just not a good use of our time. But we really try to go out into the community and say yes to just about any place that asks us to come and do really anything. We work with the Kroc Center a lot and do a vast array of programs, but most of the time people reach out to us and ask us, can you bring a program here? Can you bring a program here? And we do our very, very best to make sure that we can, and that's why the Barbara Stone Foundation has been so instrumental in all of our work, because they really have helped propel our adaptive programming forward and allow us to really reach a nice assortment of different populations within the whole disability community of the state. Are we doing this?
We also offer,
Go back. I should have done an intro. I'm so sorry. This is a part, we have like a long, that is not, you don't need to watch all of it, but we're going to talk about our what is this called? The video, our organization. Our organizational video is going to talk a little bit more about our adaptive program as well. Sorry.
we also offer day service programs where we bring our services or our dance classes directly to a facility that serves adults with disabilities. We do workshops for people with disabilities. We do flash mobs. So a flash mob is a surprise dance. It's usually created with quite a few people that go through short versions of rehearsals and then come out into the public spaces and perform for people that have no idea that they're going to be there. We have 2 flash mobs a year that we perform. One is our adaptive Christmas flash mob, and the other one is our inclusive thriller flash mob. We decided to make flash mobs a larger part of our organization because it truly encompasses dance for all people. We love to combine other areas of whether that's life or academics into what we're doing in any program, but specifically in our disability program, we connect a lot of academic standards, but we also connect a lot of dance history and music history as well to engage those people, because sometimes they've heard a song before, but they don't know necessarily the context of the song. This past year, we worked with Greenville County schools and their special education high school classes to bring a Forces in Motion curriculum, which combined dance and the elements of dance with their academic standards that touched on the forces of motion.
It's a lot longer.
Yes. If you want to watch the whole thing, you can go to our website, which is on the delightful flyer in front of you. And then I'm done talking after this. These are all of our past programs that we have worked with in the past. That means like 2015 up until this moment. Some of them we worked with just this past summer, and some it's been a couple years, but we really tried to keep all people just in a constant rotation, always reaching out to see if we can serve the people that they serve.
Great. Okay, so I'm going to just talk about current programming that we have right now within the fall. So we have weekly adaptive dance classes, 2 groups. We have a younger group, 5 to 11, and then we have an older group, which is 12 and older. And we just have it's usually 12-week session. Our younger group, we're having to postpone a little bit. So I'm going to do my little promote spiel later. So we are pushing back the younger, but it's a 12-week session and it usually ends with a performance. And for the younger group, it's a 45-minute class, and for the older group, it is an hour class. We usually pick a theme for the fall or the spring. And so last spring we did folk.
Oh, yes. I was like, what's our
so we explored folk dances. So Irish dancing was one, Virginia reel was another one. So just, bringing kind of that educational aspect. And then we also do focus on a technique, be it ballet or modern. We've also done hip hop and musical theater. And then we have 2 flash mobs coming up, and we would love for everyone to participate. They are free workshops. We have some past participants here with us, and they are on Thursday evenings. Thriller Flash Mob will be through all of October, and then it'll conclude in a performance in downtown Falls Park, and then again on Saturday. So that's on the Thursday, sorry. And then again on Saturday at the TD Market. And as it sounded, Kelsey had said, that was Kelsey in the video. She had said that it's a surprise and people are like, what is happening? And it's fun and you get to dress up as a zombie or a ghost or however. And then we have our adaptive Christmas flash mob, and that is fun as well. We would do, it's about 3 rehearsals the same Thursday from 6:30 to 7:30, and then we perform right before the parade starts in downtown Greenville, and we perform, and then we walk down and perform again, and people are like, what? And it's really awesome and fun. And then our last programming for this fall is we are going to continue our special education residencies in the Greenville County schools. So we are going to be working with Riverside High School, Eastside High School, Woodmont, and Hillcrest this year. And we do a 5-week residency, as Allison had said in the video, just marrying the movement with their curriculum. And they do a performance in December of what they have been exploring. They create a dance, and they love it, and it's so inspiring, and you should come see it. It's at Riverside High School, December 3rd. But yes, that's our programming for this fall. You can register if you want to register for any of the programming, or if you would like to participate in a flash mob. Please, you can scan that QR code.
And there's one on the table.
Yes.
Or on Stephanie's cards.
So we love to start a conversation about future programming. So if you know of an organization, your organization, you know of just a population, a community that would benefit or just want to have some fun with dance, we would love to start that conversation. I am adaptive coordinator, so my card is on the table, so if you want to reach out and send me an email, I would love to start that conversation. And how you can get involved, participate, so join us in the flash mob. They're so fun, and you get to be silly and move your body, and
It's a great time.
it is a great time. It's super fun. You can volunteer, so we always need assistance in the classroom just to help with like classroom management, or just to have fun with us, or move, or get some exercise weekly. You promote, so please, I send like emails all the time, and MailChimps, and social media. If you just share it, that's simple. It'll get to somebody. If you just forward the email, take a brochure and pass it along. That is so big in this community. And then if you would like to donate, the QR code goes to our webpage for donations. So thank you for allowing us to present. Chris, thank you. And thanks to the Kraken they're not here. And thank you guys for moving with us and listening to our story.
And we'll be around if you have any questions.
Or yeah, wait, we do have a question.
Oh, there is a question and answer.
Sorry.
I know.
I mean, if you want.
One of these long.
You want to answer? Ask me questions.
Yeah.
So how much do you guys charge to come out?
Oh, great question. We don't disclose our pricing. The answer is it really depends.
Okay.
It depends on the amount of people we are serving. If it's under like 12 people, then we do a per person. And if it's more than that, then we sometimes just do a big, like, this is the amount per session. But that is always a conversation that we're willing to have.
Okay.
We
I'll
do,
come talk to you about it.
and for our program, we do offer scholarships.
Yes.
For all of our programming.
How do you deal with students that might need more cognitive or behavioral help?
We get more help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We just have more people in the room, more adults in the room that have experience. We always have 2 adults, 2 teachers in the room, and then we have 1 assistant if necessary, and then we just get more assistance if needed. And of course, we work with parents and ask them directly what their child needs best to be served and what they use at home.
Yeah, Stacy Scott actually could be an advocate for us in that.
So my daughter does take from them, and same thing, we were in a class that she did need a little more assistance, so they had an extra teacher that. Yep.
Mhm.
Keeping her on track.
Yeah.
Still on the starter, so.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you, Stephanie. Now, so yeah, thank y'all very much. Appreciate y'all being here. We still have about 30 minutes as always to talk and network. Just a couple of quick announcements before we do though. Our next Lunch and Learn is going to be Clemson Life. So they're going to be presenting here in October. And also we would love to introduce our new initiative job liaison, Hadley Huxma. And so feel free to go and introduce yourselves and talk with Hadley. And if you haven't got lunch, go grab lunch. And thank you all for being here. We appreciate it.
Thanks for
All right. Thank you.